Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to my house. So I found out real quick that to try to run a full-time business and have a full-time family and then try to remodel your house on the weekends and then throw in making videos on top of all that can get pretty hectic and intense pretty quick, especially when your website gets hijacked by a Viagra scam where you're sleeping in the middle of the night, then someone sends you an email and says, hey, your website's popping up for a Viagra site. And I thought it was a prank, went to my site, and lo and behold, dfwcrownmolding.com is now selling Viagra and female Viagra, which I didn't even know existed. So I had to stay up all night, figure that out. Website was not getting any customers, was not getting any Google stuff. Anyone that clicked on my website during that time, I'm sorry, you had to see what was on there. It was just stupid Viagra freaking scam. Happens to a lot of people. So I just had to get that off my chest. But anyways, here I am sitting where two little half pony walls used to be. I have my landing tread right here. It's a 4/4 inch board. It's 1 inch, it's 4/4. And it's rift white oak. It's a beautiful board. And I've always liked the look of an elevated landing tread that was a little bit more elevated with the floor a little bit more recessed. And that's what we have here. I don't really know what I'm gonna do for handrails, but I don't wanna do anything that's just too typical and ordinary. I wanna kind of take some chances on this house, and I don't wanna have that mentality that's like, if I sell it, I want the next person to like it. I wanna like it, and I don't really care if the next person likes it. They can change it when they get to it. So this is done. I gotta get the handrails. I ripped all this carpet off these stairs, ripped the skirt boards off. Everything is just leading up to getting some really cool trim going in here. And I know it's taken a long time, I apologize, but that's because of everything I just said. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying this stuff takes a lot of time, a lot more time than I thought. But I'm pretty much done with this hardwood floor. I got a little bit over here and then a little bit in another room and then just some small rips I have to do up against the wall. But I changed my mind about two things, and I'll show you one of those things right now and talk to you about the other one. So before we get into the stuff I'm gonna change, let me just show you what I've done. So here's that landing tread, and it's rift white oak. And I've got these newel post fasteners ready for whatever newel post I decide to use. And that newel post, grab this tape, or that newel post fastener is 5 inches into that joist right there. So it goes that far down, and it's about 5 inches up too. So it's like a 10-inch lag bolt essentially. And it has a lot of sturdiness and stoutness to it to attach that newel post to it. And once they're connected by handrails, these things will be really, really sturdy and stout, which is what you want. This floor right here is all I've got left in this room, this game room area. And then coming over here, I'll show you the last little bit I got left to do. And that's gonna be that right there. And then I am done. Then I'm gonna get on to sanding. So what I changed my mind on was the flooring finish. I've changed my mind twice now, okay? Because you go through this process and you're like, I wanna do this, no, I think I wanna do that. So let me tell you what I started with. This is AFM Safe Coat. This is a plant-based organic penetrating finish that is very easy to maintain and very easy to repair. It doesn't have a surface finish. It doesn't need a surface finish like a polyurethane or anything like that. And it's organic, you know, I'm not gonna eat it, so I don't really care, but that's a benefit that it has. And if you have a lot of allergies, which I don't or nobody in my family does, this is a good choice to use. So that was gonna be the original choice, but then we were like, no, we don't want that. We want more of a surface finish that's gonna be durable, because these floors, as you can see, are pretty rugged and rough and rustic and other things that start with R. So we're gonna go with this, just a regular Minwax, not this English chestnut color, but just a Minwax stain. We put some stains on the floor over here, didn't really like any of them. And we really like the look of this oil. And with this, you've got to use a surface finish, and we're gonna use this DuraClear commercial flooring finish in satin. But now we're going back to this. After I bought 6 gallons of this that I can't return. So if anyone out there needs some DuraClear commercial grade satin floor finish, 6 gallons, that would do 1,500 feet times 2. Let me know and we'll work out a deal. So I'll give it to you at half the cost or whatever. We'll work something out. I just don't need it anymore because we're going back with this AFM Safe Coat Natural Oil Wax. And I'll show you guys what that looks like right now. I'll do a sample right here. And oh, by the way, those of you that recommended knee pads, absolute game changer for flooring. I feel like I saved probably like 5 years from my knees being replaced in the future. All right, so here's the stuff right here. This is AFM Natural Oil Wax. Like I said, it's a plant-based substance. I don't know everything that's in it, but again, it's AFM Safe Coat, and this is made especially for flooring. So I'll do a sample right here, and I'll sand it out when it comes time to do so. Now, with this stuff, these kind of oils, you put them on the surface and then kind of trowel them around and let them absorb. You don't want to do it too heavy because it'll take a really long time to dry. But I'll show you what this looks like and why we're going back with it. So I got my shim here just to trowel it around. So that's probably good for a sample. Yeah, this is not a good trowel here. But it's just brings out so much character in the wood. And it kind of gives it this nice honey color that we're trying to achieve, but we couldn't really get that with the Minwax stains that we chose. And I've used a lot of Minwax stains in the past, and I don't really know of any that just give this such a rich color. Now this right here, it will, you got to keep spreading it out, and you're just kind of wanting to get the surface wet. Once it penetrates the wood, you're done. Now I've obviously got to still sand these floors and do the filling of them, but that's it. I mean, this has to dry. It'll dry to a matte finish, and then we're done. We don't have to come back and put a surface finish on it. The questions people have about this is it durable? It's actually very durable and very easy to repair. It's obviously not going to be as durable as a surface finish, but it's still very durable. It's a wax and it dries hard. We're going to take a shot on this stuff, and I just think it looks just gorgeous, really. So I'll let this dry, and when I sand the floors probably next weekend, this will all come out. So now that we know what's going on with the floor, the other thing I'm going to change about this remodel, and you're probably going to laugh at me, but I'm going to go ahead and smooth these walls out, even the one I just textured in the other room, because I just like the look of the smooth walls so much better. I did that texture in there, and I got to looking at this texture that's already over here, and I just like how it looked smooth before I shot that texture on it. And I've been seeing some smooth walls and some just unique drywall finishes in some houses I've been working in, and I'm just gonna get rid of this orange peel stuff and smooth it all back out. Thankfully, that's not too hard. It's just time consuming, and me and John can probably knock that out in a weekend or two. So that's one thing we're gonna do. Two things I'm gonna change about this remodel. The floor, going back to the natural oil finish, and then I'm gonna smooth these walls out. So everyone that told me smooth, you win in the end. I'm gonna do the smooth. So that is beautiful. I love it. And then once we get some doors in here, which I'm gonna be ordering from my door guy soon, it's gonna start looking like a house again, and my kids can start sleeping in their rooms again. It's gonna be cool. But while we got some sunlight left, I'm gonna go ahead and show you something else I've been working on that's not really related to carpentry, but springtime's here and we've been kind of cleaning up our little backyard over here. And we have a little part of a creek. Let's go down there and check it out. So this is my next remodel project right here. Just kidding. I did build this house though for my kids, and it took like 3 hours. But down here, this fence right here is not the property line. This used to be a rental house, and the guy that owned it, he put this fence up because the area back here is pretty rugged. And I'll show you what I've been doing back here. I got this here so the dogs don't get out and the cows don't get in. So all this brush right here, my wife and I, we cut down a couple days ago from the trees that are out here. And this place was just rugged, like stakes sticking out of the ground everywhere. And like, I'll show you one right here. I put a bucket over so my kids wouldn't hit it. But that is just like an emergency room visit waiting to happen. So I've been pulling a lot of those out and cleaning up this brush, moving some rocks around. Probably gonna put like a little hammock down here somewhere. Maybe connect it to these two trees. But I'll show you my property line. It's pretty cool. We got this little natural stream that runs, and there's like several hundred acres over here. A pond right there, but you know, obviously I can't go over there and fish. But there's a stake in the ground over here. So this is the property stake right here. When we bought the house, the survey was given to us, and it was recently done, like a few months, or I think it was like a year before we bought the house. And it goes all the way over to an orange flag that's kind of in the middle of that creek. So technically, this little area through this creek is mine. I'll show you what I'm talking about. But there's the other stake where that orange flag is. And I'll even walk over there. And there's the stake right there. So from that orange flag to the other orange flag that you can't see from here, it kind of splits this creek right here, which is pretty cool because we didn't really know that when we bought this house. And once we looked at the survey, we were like, hey, let's go find those stakes. And here they are. Pretty cool. It's a 1/4 acre house, nothing too big, but we can definitely utilize this area. That's what's been going on with me and my house, and that's kind of where we're at right now. I'm real excited to get these floors finished. I'm real excited to get these doors in, and I think it's going to be making for some amazing videos coming up soon. A lot of work to do though, just a lot going on, but wanted to give you that update, show you what's going on inside, and thanks for watching this video. Hopefully on the next video, we'll be hanging some doors. I think we will. I'll see y'all in the next one. Take care.